Hello, my fellow thinkers and seekers of wisdom, and welcome to Quotable Skeptic. I'm your content creator, and before we dive into our video, I'd like to share something unique about this space. I craft articles on atheist quotes and also share my own thoughts with the assistance of ChatGPT. But Quotable Skeptic isn't just your ordinary channel. Here, you'll find a perspective driven by curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. I'm an atheist and a disabled person with cerebral palsy, which affects my ability to speak properly and use my hands. Nevertheless, I can still operate my computer, phone, and other devices using my toes. I rely on my family for assistance, and unfortunately, I never had the opportunity to attend school due to the fact that most schools in India do not admit individuals who are completely dependent on others. Hence, you are hearing AI voices in my videos. So, together, we'll explore the world of atheism, philosophy, and critical thinking. It's a journey of discovery and reflection, guided by the belief that intellectual pursuit knows no bounds. I'm excited to have you with me on this path of exploration. Let's dive into our next thought-provoking topic on Quotable Skeptic. Title: Are religious children less grounded in reality? The delicate balancing act of faith. Introduction. In a world where fact and fiction frequently intertwine, the question arises, does a religious upbringing blur the lines between reality and fantasy for children? Recent research from Boston University delves into this curious domain, sparking discussions about how children raised in religious environments perceive the boundaries of imagination and reality. While the findings hint at a disparity in the ability to distinguish the two, the implications of this research are as diverse as the interpretations themselves. A blurring of realms. The study involved kindergarten-age children from both religious and secular backgrounds, who were presented with a blend of narrative styles: realistic, religious, and fantastical. The central aim was to discern whether the young participants could differentiate between the characters within these tales as real or fictional. Unsurprisingly, almost all children unequivocally identified the characters in realistic narratives as real. Where the distinction emerged was with religious stories, which prompted a divergence in perspectives. Children from religious households were more inclined to perceive the protagonists in these narratives as real, while their secular counterparts considered them fictional. Interestingly, the divergence wasn't limited to religious narratives but extended to fantastical tales involving supernatural or magical elements. Secular children, the research suggested, were more likely to label the protagonists in these narratives as fictional. What the findings could suggest? Several commentators have probed these results and their broader implications. Some argue that religious children employ their specific background to rationalize the magical aspects of fantastical stories. In their minds, seemingly impossible religious events, such as divine interventions, can be tied to fictional narratives. This intertwining of the real and the fantastical, for them, is a logical step. The blurring effect. This blurring of the lines between fact and fiction, even among children, prompts some to question the consequences. Hemant Mehta, an outspoken atheist, suggests that this phenomenon is emblematic of religion's influence on children. Religion, according to his interpretation, muddles the distinction between fact and fiction. He asserts that while we hope children exposed to religion eventually discern the difference, the early indoctrination could be seen as a form of mental child abuse. A balanced perspective. In contrast, Eliyahu Federman views the findings through a different lens. He posits that there's merit in raising children with religious narratives, as it fosters imaginative and fictional thinking, which aids cognitive development. It's not about blurring reality, but rather stimulating a child's imagination. Implications for development. Federman also points to studies highlighting the potential benefits of religious upbringing, such as increased self-esteem, lower anxiety, reduced risks of suicide, alcohol and drug abuse, and harmful sexual behaviors. Far from being a hindrance, he argues that religion can offer emotional and psychological support for children. The quest for balance. While these findings may indeed suggest a nuanced relationship between religious upbringing and children's perception of reality, Helen D. Kruss, from Prosblogen, calls for a more comprehensive exploration. It's essential to consider whether early exposure to scientific narratives might influence belief systems. Moreover, investigating whether children raised in religious environments would be more inclined to accept miracle narratives from other religions is a crucial avenue for research. As we navigate this multifaceted topic, it becomes evident that the influence of religion on children's perception of reality is both complex and contentious. Perhaps the answer lies in achieving a delicate equilibrium, wherein faith and imagination can coexist with reason and critical thinking. Only then can we move beyond sensationalist debates and engage in constructive dialogue about the role of religion in the developmental journey of our youth. What did we learn from this article? This article explores the influence of religious upbringing on children's perception of reality, focusing on a study from Boston University. The key findings include 1. Blurring of realms. The study revealed that children from religious backgrounds were more likely to perceive characters in religious narratives as real, while secular children tended to label them as fictional. This blurring of lines extended to fantastical tales as well too. Interpretation of findings. Different commentators offered diverse interpretations. Some argue that religious children use their upbringing to rationalize magical elements in stories, considering them akin to religious events. Others express concern about how this blurring may affect children's cognitive development. 3. Balanced perspective. A contrasting viewpoint suggests that raising children with religious narratives can stimulate imaginative and fictional thinking, benefiting cognitive development. Religion, in this context, is seen as fostering creativity rather than blurring reality. 4. Implications for development. Studies also indicate potential benefits of religious upbringing, such as increased self-esteem and lower risks of negative behaviors. It's argued that religion can offer emotional and psychological support to children. 5. Quest for balance. The article underscores the need for comprehensive exploration, examining whether early exposure to scientific narratives influences belief systems and whether children raised in religious environments would accept miracle narratives from other religions. In summary, the article demonstrates the complexity and controversy surrounding the influence of religion on children's perception of reality. It suggests that a balanced approach, where faith and imagination coexist with reason and critical thinking, may be key to constructive dialogue about the role of religion in children's development. This article was inspired by BBC News. The news link is in the description. As we come to the end of this insightful journey, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of Quotable Skeptic. Your curiosity and engagement mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. And remember, sharing is caring. If you found value in our discussions, sharing this channel with your fellow truth seekers would be greatly appreciated. And for those who have been with us from the beginning and those who have just joined, thank you for being a part of this incredible community. Your support makes the pursuit of knowledge and critical thinking all the more rewarding. Until we meet again, stay curious, stay rational, and always keep seeking the truth. This is Quotable Skeptic, signing off.